Welcome back to Northern Horrors. Tonight, we're examining the disturbing history of Kingston's Rockwood Asylum. Built in 1859, the massive limestone institution was intended to provide treatment for people struggling with mental illness. Yet, like many psychiatric institutions of its era, it became a place where vulnerable individuals were often isolated, neglected, and stripped of their autonomy. Patients arrived suffering from mental illness, trauma, addiction, developmental disabilities, and conditions that doctors of the time poorly understood. Some were admitted voluntarily, many were not. Once inside, patients could spend years or even entire lifetimes behind the institution's walls. As the decades passed, overcrowding became a serious problem. Resources were stretched thin, large numbers of patients lived in cramped conditions, separated from the outside world and subjected to rigid routines that prioritized control over care. Treatments that are now considered cruel or ineffective were often used in the name of medicine. Patients endured restraints, prolonged confinement, and experimental procedures that offered little real understanding of the illness that they were meant to treat. Many had no meaningful voice in decisions about their own lives. Then there were the tunnels. Stretching beneath the property, underground passageways connected buildings throughout the grounds. Staff used them to move supplies, equipment, and sometimes patients between facilities, largely out of the public view. The tunnels became a symbol of the institution's isolation, a hidden network beneath a place already cut off from the world beyond its gates. Perhaps the most unsettling part of Rockwood's history lies in the cemetery. Hundreds of former patients were buried there. Many graves are marked only by numbers rather than names. In death, as in life, countless individuals were reduced to records and statistics. Families lost contacts, histories, vanished entities were forgotten, the dead remained. Today, stories of strange encounters still circulate around the property. But whether or not one believes in ghosts, documented history is troubling enough. Behind the limestone walls were generations of people who suffered, often with little understanding, little advocacy, and a few opportunities to leave. Their experiences serve as a reminder of a darker chapter in mental health care, one marked by institutionalization, neglect, and the belief that society's most vulnerable could simply be hidden away. Because when a place witnesses more than a century of confinement, loss, and human suffering, the past has a way of lingering. And maybe the real haunting of Rockwood Asylum isn't something supernatural at all. Maybe it's the memory of what happened there.